Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the voice of FX Adventure, and I want to say good afternoon to each and every one of you that is currently joining live. If you're coming across this video for the first time, I just want to let you know that obviously what you see on your screen is what we do here. We basically look at the Forex market, and we largely take our time to go through the major pairs, and by virtue, if we kind of find anything interesting, we'll jump on it. So we'll get down to the video, but for now I need to notify my community on Discord on the kickoff. All right, so give me a minute. Let me do this. So in case if you join for the first time, just know we'll do this every day from Mondays to Friday, morning section and afternoon section. Sorry. So yep. I know for the guys that have been joining my live stream, this is the first time I'm showing my face. Alright, if you're joining, just make sure you give the video a like. That's all we ask from you. I already have some drawings on the chat, as you guys can see, and I've been pretty much following the price since morning, and yep. So general understanding of what I see here based on the price action you see on the screen is it's going to be a buy on the DXY. And for the guys that have been joining, you know, normally I say this: if you have an understanding of what's happening in DXY, you pretty much have an idea of what the major pairs are doing. I can see you guys getting the likes. All right, thank you for giving the likes. It's actually very hot here, so I might be using my face to each and every one. Yeah, why be fake? Good afternoon. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day out there. And yeah, so what is our speculation for this afternoon section? Obviously on the major pairs you see there, on DXY we can see some change of structure about to come into play here. Arguably I would want to see price take out this high here. Okay, that high there is what I envision for, but assuming price played around this level there, it would have increased our conviction and our confidence level based on, you know, jumping on it and maybe risking higher on that. But since we have it down there, we'll play it a little bit cautious, but at the same time I think the setup is a good one. And just want to give you guys an update, or rather an information as the case may be. For this afternoon section I might not be talking that much because we have news coming up around. Oh, the news is already up. We came in late on that, but I think this news is going to give us the confirmation we need. Yeah, you can see the buy coming in. Like I made mention, I told you the DXY is going to buy, and the news just coming in is kind of confirming that, because right now you can see it's pretty much pushing up to that level there. But like I said, we need that level to be broken, break and close above. All right. Another thing I would want to do is I would like to reserve some energy, because talking for hours kind of takes energy, right? So what I'm going to do is I would pretty much keep the music playing in the background, and majority of my informations will be right there on the chat. So I'll be doing more of typing and giving instructions on what I think price is going to do, and we can follow suit on that. With that said, I would also want to make mention that everything we do here is for entertainment purpose, right? This is not financial advice. I'm not in any way I'm not in any way or in any position to tell you what to do with your funds. All right. So sorry about if I'm a bit distracted. So yeah, I'm actually working from a friend's place. So apologies if you see me a bit distracted, right? So, but yeah. So as I was saying, we are not here to give you financial advice. I'm not here to tell you what to use your funds to do. So generally, all the content we make here is for entertainment purpose and for knowledge sharing, right? So that means, with that said, if you're going to take any trade with me, the risk is on you, right? The risk is entirely on you. So with that said, we'll get to look at other charts, all the major pairs we have here. So we have some items in the watch list already. For the guys that have been joining my live stream, this is not new. I'm just saying this for maybe the new guys that might be coming across this video for the first time. Okay, but I believe if you've been joining the live stream, this is not new to you, right? Okay, so with that said, I'm going to do more of typing, giving instructions on the chart rather than keep on talking and talking and talking, which will eventually exhaust me at the end of the day, right? So with that, I hope you guys enjoy the music, but I'm still here. So I'll be doing, like I said, the instructions I'm going to be giving will be on the chart. So pay attention to the chart, stay close to your system, and let's see how today is going to be. All right. And if you're joining, like I said, pretty much give us the like. I see the likes coming in. Thank you guys. If you're giving the likes, I really appreciate that. And yeah. Maybe. Yeah. You guys get some songs, and there's copyright and stuff, so you guys use songs that doesn't have copyright and all of that. Look at this. So the sell pressure on Aussie dollar looks more interesting, if I'm being honest. So although we can arguably say that Aussie has been ranging throughout since morning, all right, but ideally I think I like the level at which it's trading at. So maybe we might eventually favor taking a sell on Aussie dollar USD instead of Euro USD or British pound USD, but that is only on one condition. All right, as you guys can see, I'm dropping all the conditions that we need price to meet before we can take any actions on that. just in case if you're wondering how I'm just coming up with the instructions I'm dropping on the chat, I just want to let you guys know. I think I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. So the reason is that I've already looked at price before now. All right. So in the morning section, I already had an overview of what price was doing, and I already have some bias on the direction I would want us to go for today's live stream. So that's why you just see me, I'm just here dropping in the instructions because I've already pre-analyzed the market, as the case may be. All right, so don't feel like I'm just here dropping stuffs for you guys. All right, just wanted to let you guys know that. And I'm saying this for the new guys. I know the old guys, they already know how we do this, do our live streaming here. But if you're joining us for the first time, this is for you. All right, just so you know that I'm just marking out those levels because I've already looked at price before now. All right, okay. If you're wondering the time frame I'm currently on the 15-minute time frame. So if you want to see the exact chart setup that I'm presenting to you guys, you can set your chart on the 15-minute time frame, and largely we trade with the 15-minute time frame here on FX Adventure. So to whom it may concern, if you want to trade alongside that, you can make that adjustment. All right, so I've pretty much gone through the items I have in my watch list, and basically the items I have here is the pairs that I like to trade. Okay, so the only thing I can pick out from just going through all the items I have here, one thing I'm sure of is I think I like the setup on Aussie dollar. All right, as you can see, the sell is still coming in on that, so I like the setup on Aussie dollar. Most likely I might be going for the Aussie dollar trade. that is if we get the confirmation. All right, so once we break out from this level, we'll be looking to take a short on Aussie dollar UXD. Okay, then on the other hand, I'm also interested on what Euro USD is doing, because that's one of my favorite pair. For the guys that have been joining my live stream, you know that we pretty much like going for Euro USD for the obvious reason that it correlates negatively with DXY to the most best setup you can think of, right? So that's why I would be paying attention to that. But with that said, I think the setup on Aussie dollar is way more better and much more interesting. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this, as that's the only pair that I'm very much more interested in. It looks very interesting to take, and if we can get the least 1-to-1 on it, that would be very nice. That would be very nice on Aussie dollar. So I'm going to set an alert here, okay, and you know the reason, right? So we just have to add an alert there. And also, okay, I think I have it somewhere else, so I need to readjust. Give me a minute. Okay, I have one here, so I don't need this guy anymore, so I'll remove this guy and I'll add it here. All right, so if you're joining, you love the video, you like the content you see in here, pretty much use the like button, and if you've not subscribed, subscribe, turn on the notification. Why can't I add an alert here? What's going on? I thought I deleted the alert I had here. Okay, I did not delete, so I'll try it again. Something is wrong somewhere. Something's obviously wrong somewhere. And if you have any currency pair you want us to look at, please feel free to use the chat section and drop it so we'll look at it briefly. Alright, so I'm trying to remove this alert here. For some reason it's proving stubborn, so I'm going to just refresh this. Let me refresh this page. Okay, let's go back to it and see. Okay, it's gone now. All right, so we'd have to add that here on Aussie dollar USD. Okay, and I like the fact that the negative correlation we see here is almost perfect. All right, as you can see, just about the time we expect Aussie dollar to break away from that level there, you can also see that DXY is also doing the same thing, trying to break away from that top there. All right, but with that said, it's also important for us to note that we have a non-bottom wick candle there. All right, so we'll be worried about that, so we just have to trade with caution, like I said. Okay, but largely, give me a minute, I need to take this call. Hello, big man. I did. What's up now? How you doing? Or test this thing. The only way to test it is you would have to. Give me a minute. I'm currently in the live stream. Give me a minute, please. I'll get back to you. I beg. Sorry about that. That was work call, so I had to take that. All right. So back to what I was saying, right? So just about we are about to get a breakout on DXY. We can also see that Aussie dollar is prepping itself for a sell. We've already pointed out that there is a non-bottom wick candle there. All right, it's something we should be worried about. And for the guys that have been joining my live stream, you know what to expect when you see a non-top wick candle or non-bottom wick candle, right? So that's that about that. But with that said, that doesn't still mean that the entire direction that we want is not still in play. All right, so it's important to just note um, the dangers around, but at the same time you just have to implement a good strategy to weather those effects, right? So yeah, well, largely, I think in all the setup I see in this afternoon, I think the only guy that is close to what I would want to take is Aussie dollar. Every other guy is basically just doing their own thing, and not much is going on. And I think I know the reason why, because in the morning section, price literally was expanding from yesterday's price action. All right, so for the guys that okay, well, I did not do live streaming yesterday, apologies around that. I had a very busy day, but that doesn't mean that I did not have a look at what price was doing. You can see there was, you see this move here. I want to show you guys something. Okay, even the drawings are still here for the guys who may concern. You see we had a very nice unicorn setup here, and at the time price, this is on Euro USD right now. At the time price did this whole move you see highlighted in this blue background. I normally say when you see price do that, so there's something called relative force, right? So it's not only applies in the physical world or in the physics, as the case may be. It also applies in trading, all right, in financial market. So that's what we call relative strength. So what do I mean by relative strength? For any candle that moves with momentum, expect the follow-up of that candle to give you at least half of that initial move, because the subsequent price moves in relativity to the previous price, right? So if the force is much, you expect before that force burns out, it will give at least half of the initial move, right? So that's the relative force, all right? And I think price have literally given the best it can give. If you look at those drawings there, I had that drawing yesterday. The first move was this guy. That was the first move, and the 50% of that move is this guy. All right, that top there. If I drop a horizontal ray on that, you will see that price have literally traded up and above beyond that. All right, so the only thing price is looking for now is either it's looking for a sideways movement for a continuation of a buy, or it's going for a literal reversal. And for us to expect a reversal, that's the level there. That low that I pointed out is where I would say that the price on Euro USD has finally reversed and is going down. All right, but with that said, it's also important to note for sure, you feel me, for sure you also need to pay attention to what DXY is doing. It's not new. If you've been joining my live streaming, you know exactly what I'm saying. This is not new. All right, so all we need price to do now is to come down there, take out that non-bottom wick, then continue buying. Then once TXY is going up, it will greatly increase our speculation and our chances of getting the confirmation we want here on Aussie dollar USD. And once that comes into play, the next step is we wait for our pullback into the entry zone, then we'll take the sell. All right, we'll take the sell. So that's the case about that. Okay. Yeah, look, Gerald, I see you. How you doing? Okay, all right. All right, thanks for the likes, guys, and to whom is my concern, thanks for the likes. If you've not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on sections like this. Okay, so let's get back to the chat, guys. I'm going to touch base on some of the shitty coins we have, and I'm going to have a look on Dodge, maybe an ADA and a chain link. I remember there was a time when I before made mention of chain link. I don't know if you still have some of your funds in that. So on chain link, well, I will kick off with maybe an ETH. All right, ETH USD, and from there we can drill it down to other guys. All right. So to whom may concern, if you are doing futures, although our main focus is on Aussie dollar, let's not forget that. Have I added? Let me add the alert before I start doing other things. I wouldn't want to miss out on that. I'm going to add the alert so that whenever price comes to that level, we'll get notified regardless of wherever we are or what we are doing. Okay, so now we can look at ETH USD. Yeah, before I do that, let me make a quick move here. We'll grab okay, so people know each other here on the live stream. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link just for other guys that might be joining, and go drop the link to the Discord real quick. Discord. All right, so let's get back to the chats. Okay. So on ETH USD, this is my opinion, and don't take my word for it. I'm not a financial advisor, or I'm not in any position to tell you anything. I'm not a psychic. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing here on the chart. It's as simple as that. So on ETH, we have a very massive sell-off here. Looking good. I think I like the quarter here. This is a very good unicorn setup. For the guys that know unicorn, if you want to know that, you can go do your research around it. It's one of the best setup you can get. After an accumulation, there is a manipulation. After the manipulation, there's an expansion, and that was pretty much what Ethereum did here. All right, accumulation here, manipulated up, they expanded down, and you can see since after that expansion, price literally has been ranging. All right, and that's a very massive ranging for a very long time. All right, so ideally what I would suggest that you should do on ETH, to whom it may concern, if you want to go for a buy on ETH, because I do think that the crypto market is still going to take some bull run. I'm only saying this based on the past price action. All right, so ideally how crypto market moves generally, Q1, Q2, Q3, I don't know, but largely in Q4 of the year, all right, in the quarter 4 of the year, crypto market usually experience some bullish move. I don't know, but you can check your chart, it's right there. All right, I'm not going to bore you guys by going through that now, because it's another conversation on its own, right? But if you take your time and you look at the pattern by which the crypto market moves, on the Q4 we usually experience those bullish moves, and I think that's the same for this year. There's no difference. And I also have the idea or the opinion that Ethereum is going to have that expansion, because pretty much in the Q3 of the year, Bitcoin has literally been performing way better than Ethereum. All right, I think Ethereum managed to hit its all-time, I think sometime this month or last month thereabout. Whereas on BTC broke its all-time, the 80k all-time, set a new all-time, broke that one, set another new all-time like 3 times, right? Whereas Ethereum is just managing to get to its all-time that was set way back about 2 years, 3 years ago. All right, let not be like I'm giving you guys BS. So we can go to the daily time frame and we'll see it ourselves, right? I think I made a video where I pointed that out before. So if we go to, let's go to the weekly time frame where we would see more. Okay, look at it. Okay, look at it right there. Do you see this all time here? This was Ethereum dropped this all time at, let me get the exact day and time. It was on Wednesday, 10th November 2021. We're in 2025. That is like how many years ago? It's like 4 years ago, right? So Ethereum managed to touch base on its all-time high that it dropped about 4 years ago. All right, if you compare this to the likes of BTC, BTC is way performing better. I can look at the BTC charts. You can look at it on your own time, and you'll see what I'm telling you. It's not. I'm not telling you BS. I'm not here to, give you bullshit, right? The point I'm just trying to make is that there is still more move left in Ethereum that Ethereum has not yet actualized. All right. And judging from the fact that all the crypto market kind of looks at BTC, eventually they would want to catch up. I'm not saying they might, level up, but they will try to catch up. All right. So that's that relative strength I'm telling you guys about. So you might not be able to get to the point where BTC is, but if you use the fundamental understanding that, okay, BTC has gone 3 steps ahead, so we expect Ethereum to at least give, it might not be 3 steps, but at least 2. Okay, let's say it can't give 2, right, to give 1.5. So we are sure that there is still a 1.5 move in Ethereum. And what do I mean by 1.5 move in Ethereum? It means at least 100% move, 100x move is still lying on Ethereum. All right, I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, right? But we are already in the fourth quarter of the year, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm wrong, but you get the point. We're already towards the 4th quarter of the year already. We are in the 4th quarter of the year. So it means that, judging from that, with the fundamental understanding that also during the 4th quarter of the year, we experience this bullish move in the crypto market, it only makes sense that for you to understand that once that bull run kicks in, which I think is already in, because if you look at the daily time frame, you see we are seeing a series of higher highs here. All right, and of course, you know what higher highs are. It's a bullish market. It's a bullish structure. All right, so Ethereum is in a bullish structure. All right, and even if you pay attention to the controlling high and low, you can arguably say that Ethereum is stepping into the bullish territory. All right, for the guys that have been joining my live stream, you know already. So that's the bullish territory right there. Okay, and if you're wondering what I mean by bullish territory, you can also let me know. I will explain to you about the PD arrays, the SMC concept and all of that, but we are not here to talk about SMC. We are just here to speculate on what we think price is going to do and what price is not going to do. All right, so for me, Ethereum is bullish. That's the fundamental understanding, and we also have an idea that there are still more moves to come. So if we carry this idea down to the lower time frame, so let's get back to our 15-minute time frame. All right, remember what I told you about when price starts to accumulate, and you can see for sure that on the 15-minute time frame, Ethereum has been accumulating since when? Let's check when that started. That was on 15th September 2025. All right, that was like since yesterday, right? Yeah, since yesterday, Ethereum is not going up, it's not going down, it's literally going sideways. All right, and remember what I told you, in an accumulation market, wait for a manipulation. So the best manipulation we expect Ethereum to do now is to trade down first. All right, so once we have that down movement where the retail traders for the guys that don't know about accumulation manipulation, they will think that Ethereum wants to sell. All right, they literally think that Ethereum wants to sell. That's what I'm telling you guys now. I paid to get this knowledge. I'm giving you for free, to whom may concern. I paid to get this, but I'm giving you guys for free. So the point is, they will try to trade down first, forcing retail traders to jump on it, thinking that okay, they want to take a sell. That's the manipulation. Don't fall for that trick. The juice lies when, after that downtrend, you will see an immediate spike. Then once you see that spike, you get a pullback back into that accumulation. Once that pullback comes back into that accumulation, that's where you get your juice. That's where the buy comes in. If you doubt it, take your time, go to the chart and look at it for yourself. You will see it play out 70% of the time. Nothing is 100%. That's why I'm saying 70% of the time. Okay? So with the fundamental understanding, like the way we broke it down, remember we went to the higher time frame, we had the fundamental understanding, we talked about how Ethereum managed to touch base on its all-time high. BTC has literally broken its all-time high, set new one, broke that one, set another one. So when you look at all this fundamental understanding of okay, BTC this that, we drilled it down to the 15-minute time frame, and we'll see what Ethereum is doing on the 15-minute time frame. It only makes sense for you to say, okay, I have the fundamental understanding. Now what you should be looking out for is what's the good setup for you to get that your buy entry. All right, so that's my fundamental analysis on Ethereum. And just like I made mention, when you have an understanding of DXY, you understand the measure pairs. The same thing with crypto. All right, so this is how it goes. Nothing is 100%. Don't take my word for it. All right, but I'm just telling you guys in my own opinion and in my own humble experience of what price has been doing. All right, so BTC goes, Ethereum follows BTC. When Ethereum starts to move with BTC and having a strong dominance, it might not be enough to overtake BTC, but enough dominance is enough, right? Once that dominance comes into play, that's when that in that quote they say alt season. That's when the alt season starts. When Ethereum starts to pump, that's when the altcoins starts to perform better than BTC. And that's where you now start hearing stories. They will say BNB pumped 10x, one shitty coin did 1000x, one, you feel me? So those are the times you target to start going for buying all those shitty coins you guys want to buy. But what I would say is you can wait for Ethereum to give the go ahead. All right, I'm not saying this is going to happen today or tomorrow, but you need to take a chill pill. You wait for Ethereum to give the go ahead. Once the coast is clear, once the path is clear, then you can now start buying your shitty coins. All right, that's when most shitty coins perform better. And if you also check based on what I just made mention, like I told you guys, the fourth quarter of the year is usually when the crypto market experiences that bull run. If you check most altcoins that you guys know, go to your chart now and start looking at all the altcoins that did 1000x, 100x, 500x, whatever x you can think of. Usually majority of them moves on the fourth quarter of the year, majority of them, right? So with this, use the information to make decisions you want to make. So that's my opinion on ETH. All right, so that's that for ETH. I just wanted to take our time to look at this. And so for one, be fair, if you're still there, if you want to go for your chain link, that will be Chainlink USD. Alright, Chainlink USD. So this is on Chainlink. Ideally, I don't think I want to spend much time on this because I want to go back to my Forex pairs. I'm not here to talk about crypto, but I just decided to step out a little bit to show you guys some fundamental understanding of what I I I have on the crypto part of things, right? So the same fundamental. Wait for your chain link, wait for Ethereum to give the go ahead. Any shitty coin you feel like is going to do best during the bull run, those are the times you go for it, right? So, but the most important thing is wait for when Ethereum is in a good position, then you can make all those moves. All right. Just touching base on the forex, the major pairs we have here. Nothing extra is going on here. Nothing spectacular at all is going on here. Okay, so that's that about that. So part of the game is to wait, so we just have to take some patience. We just have to wait and see what price is going to do. But for now, nothing to be excited about. I think price is still trading above where we don't want it to be. I think we've pretty much marked out the levels where we want price to trade at before we can make any decision, right? And you can see all the pairs I have here is yet to give that confirmation. We're about to get a confirmation on UX 500. This is S&P 500, so we keep a close eye on that also. All right. Going through other guys, nothing much is going on in these other guys here, so we'll just have to wait. Gold is about to break out from that level also, and yeah. Where is your shop located? Yeah. Okay, I'll collect your number, then I'll hit you up. So yeah. So that's the approach on today's price. So as you guys can see, we are yet to see any get any confirmation. So we just have to chill. We have to take a chill pill. No need to rush. All right. No need to rush. We just have to take a complete chill pill on these guys. Yep. Okay, what of Dogecoin? All right, I see some guys. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. For me, I think I'm a fan of Dogecoin because I like Elon Musk. All right, let's take a look at Dogecoin. There's some guys that want us to look at Dogecoin, so we pretty much no, this is not what I want. Doge USDT. What am I typing? Okay, let's go with the perpetual contract here. This is on Dogecoin. See, very similar. Like I told you guys, have an understanding of what Ethereum is doing. You would, I don't know how many times I will say this, guys. Price is very deliberate. Price is not random, and I'm still saying it. Price can never be random. People say price is random because they don't understand technical analysis. Price, I say it again, is not random. Price is deliberate. Price knows what it wants to do, and price will take out its time to do all of that it wants to do. All you need to do is understand what price is doing at that particular time, align yourself in the right position, come up with a good strategy that will protect you from loss, protect you even from profit, because there are times where you enter a trade, you don't even know at what point is enough for you to leave the market, right? But the point I'm just trying to say is that this chart you see here is very similar to what we saw on Ethereum. If you argue it, we can compare both charts. Remember, this is the 15-minute time frame on the Doge coin chart. All right, pay close attention to this chart. All right, just pay close attention to this. I'm going to mark out this level, right? You see that level I'm marking out now? Let's look at the Ethereum chart. I think I had the Ethereum chart in USD. I don't know. I think it was the Binance one I opened. Do you see that? Do you see any difference at all? No difference. Same thing all around. Have an understanding of what the guys that correlate positively, and you are good to go. You are so much good to go. Oh, you can say, yeah, very sharp. Turn your back. Yeah, you're very sharp. No, now. You know, they say you get long hair. You get long hair, though. I beg, damn my joke, I beg. Okay, make it chill. Yeah. No, they go hear him now. It's live streaming. So yeah, sorry for the distractions. Like I told you guys, I'm in a friend's place, so he's actually treating me on some nice breeze. All right. Now, right now, I wish I didn't turn on my video because I can't be. Who is calling me? Chotsy. Hello. Alright, now let's link. I'll send you a link now. You're watching my live stream, but this is live. Everybody's seeing you. Okay, so guys, I have a work call. I really need to jump on another meeting right now, so I'm going to give you guys instructions. Right, I feel so sad. I honestly wanted to do this live streaming, and I know a couple of you guys are also anticipating for it, and so the thing is I'm going to give further instructions on what to do. And for the guys that have been joining my live stream, I think you already know what to do, but I'm still going to make mention of them just for the new guys that maybe might come across this video for the first time. But if I'm being honest, looking at what price is doing, I don't think we are going to get that confirmation in time. All right. And what I mean by in time is that you know that for sure I don't trade once it's 3:30. All right. So once it's 3:30, I don't take any trades. It's already after 2. All right, I think it's 2:15, right? Yeah. So we have barely less than an hour before it's 3 o'clock. All right, and for us to get that confirmation, it means that price needs to start breaking out from those levels right now. All right, let's look at other guys. Maybe we might even see something to take before closing the stream. This guy is yet to take out that price level there, so we'll still have to wait to see what's going to happen there. UX oil is doing its own thing. This guy is doing his own thing. It's not looking good for us to trade at all. BTC on the other hand is still trading above. You see, it's not yet close to where we want it to be at. So those are the things. So most of the confirmations we want is still far-fetched. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical if we are going to get that confirmation we want. These guys too is still far from the confirmation line. Aussie dollar, the only guy that was close to the confirmation line, you can see the rejection coming in and the price is about to trade back up again. And that's not in any way exciting for us. On British pound USD, same thing. You can see price is not trading close to the confirmation line we need. So that's the only issue why I won't say it's an issue, but I think price would want to range. And I remember in the early part of the video I said that in the morning section price was expanding. All right, and if you understand how price action moves, it moves in batches. All right, so after an accumulation you see an expansion, after an expansion you have an accumulation, after an accumulation you see an expansion. Price moves in these two patterns. All right, accumulate, expand, accumulate, expand, accumulate, expand. All right, so with that said, it's unfortunate. I would have wanted to spend more time here. To be very honest with you guys, I would love to spend more time here, but I need to bring the live stream to a close for the obvious reasons that I have a work call and I really need to attend to it right now, ASAP, right? So that's the only time I'm bringing this live stream to a close. If after my meeting with my colleague and there is still time and we see a good setup in price, we'll jump on the live stream again. And that's why I always say, if you're not subscribed and you've not turned on notification, you need to do that, because that's the only way for you to be closer to us here in FX Adventure. All right. So with that, I say bye bye for now, and I'll reach back out to you guys once after my meeting with my colleague. I'll be jumping on the live stream again, but I hope there'll still be time for that. But I'll let you guys know, for the guys that are on the Discord channel, if we are going to jump back on the chat again. But for now, I gotta go. See you guys in a few minutes time. Bye bye for now.